tin or heavy metals in your aquarium, this means war. Hi guys, welcome back to Paul UK Reefer. Starting to enjoy these dramatic entrance scenes. This is a very quick video this week, and it's really just about something that I've been experiencing in the reef. The last 2 weeks I've been doing a few ICP tests through Triton. So for those of you who don't know, they're tests really deep, laboratory grade tests on your water, and they check for all sorts of elements and nutrients, and they're a really good thing to do every few months. But about sort of 3 weeks ago, I received my usual monthly one back, and it showed traces of tin, which is SN, under the sort of periodic table. And tin in the aquarium, or any heavy metals for that matter, which include aluminium and all sorts of others, basically they're not good. They can recede coral growth, they can poison your fish, and they can crash your tank if they're exposed to them for long periods of time, or if they're exposed to really high levels. So 0 is the sort of the reading that we're looking for on any sort of heavy metals or tin. So I got a amber grade warning back from Triton that there was tin in the aquarium but no other heavy metals. So how do heavy metals get into our aquarium? Well, there's quite a few different ways. The most common way is probably equipment failure. So say a heater fails and that might crack and expose parts of metal into the aquarium. You might accidentally drop something in the aquarium, like a screw or something along them lines. It's usually through rust that would get in. So I've seen videos in the past where somebody's dropped a scraper blade in and forgotten about it under the sand, and that's rusted away over time. And also where people have had screws on equipment that are the wrong type of screw, or they've screwed a piece of equipment into the sump area and it's dropped in, or that's oxidized and rust is dropping in. So that's usually the way that they get in. So the way to deal with that is to take all of your equipment apart. So all of your pumps, everything that's in the sump, everything that's in and around the aquarium, your power heads, and check for any signs of rust, because it does happen. Sometimes magnets can fail inside all your equipment as well. So you're really looking for signs that the casing's damaged or there's rust somewhere. So that's what I did. So first off, I cleaned every pump. Usually I do that at 6 months, but I did it straight away as soon as I saw that reading. I've cleaned out the skimmer pump, the UV pump, the Clarisy, the return pump, all of the power heads. Everything has had a good cleaning and there was no signs of rust. So it's a good sign that there's no rust, but we still haven't found our culprit. So another potential entry to the aquarium of heavy metals can be through your RO units and through reverse osmosis water, or just generally tap water if you are using that for some reason. We always advise using RODI water in the reef aquarium for that reason. Because natural water from the tap can have all them sort of heavy metals in there. So I make my own RO water with a 4-stage RODI system. It's reading 0 TDS, but I read somewhere that even with it reading 0 TDS, some heavy metals can still get through. So as a complete precaution, I've changed every single part of the filtration on my RODI unit. So that's the RO actual system itself, all of the deionizing and the carbon filters and whatnot. So that's been completely updated as well. So we've kind of eliminated that. So then I was left scratching my head because I did another test and it had come down a bit because we're doing some water changes, but it wasn't completely gone. And as I was rooting around in my sump thinking, what have I missed? I accidentally knocked off a light that I installed. Now, way back when I first installed the tank, I found some Amazon 20 quid magnetic strip LED lights that charge up via USB and they last forever. So they're on an automatic switch, and when you move in the sump, they light up. Now these are not reef safe, obviously, and the fact that I just knocked it and popped it into the sump set off the Einstein bell in my head, which was, why the heck have I not been checking the fact that I've got a magnetic unit, which has got a magnet in it, that I've put right above the sump as my first point of contact. And lo and behold, on the back of it are some silver screws, which, as you might be able to just about make out, are all rusting. The magnetic plate that goes on the back, which sticks on the roof of the sump, rusting. So I think I found the problem. And I think it's my own stupidity while saying don't put anything in and around the sump that could rust. So I'm going to update you in a few weeks' time once I've done a few more weekly water changes and done another ICP test, but I'm quite confident with the discovery of that light and also the replacement of all the RO filters and the deep clean of the tank, we probably nailed it. So fingers crossed we're on the route back to success. I'll update you in a couple of weeks' time, but I would like to ask you to provide any guidance or support you're aware of. It's not something that I've done a lot of in the reef hobby, so if you've got any points or tips, the last couple of videos I sent out, there's been some really great comments that have helped me along, so please do that again. And also, if you have any questions about what I've done, feel free to pop them in there. Please, if you like the video, like it. If you didn't, dislike it. And if you'd like to see some more content, I usually send out weekly videos which include my SPS Reef. Please subscribe and hit the bell notification. Okay guys, that's it for this week, and take care. See ya.